Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, collectors of all ages, live and in living colour, the die is cast. AussieVerse is back. I am Omnibo. This is the Sharif. We are proudly sponsored by Comic Bookaroo, and today we are here to talk about so much different stuff. If you've seen AussieVerse before, then you know these two faces. One of them being the owner of Philbo Entertainment Promotions, Mr. Phil Russertt, and the other one is his goofy to his Mickey, Mr. Ray Jameson. Dear Ray, how are you, boys?
Gorge.
Yeah, by the way, this is supposed to, the StreamYard usually gives me an option to stream this to my channel too, but it's not giving it to me. What the hell?
Oh, I do not know, actually.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You're just going to have to promote it and say, people go to AussieVerse. That's a shame. Thank you, Matt, for joining us. We can always rely on Matt. Good on you, buddy. The return of Sharif. Well, it's because Sharif's not allowed out at night anymore, so he's allowed during the day. That's okay. Guys, we have a lot to talk about. Why don't you first, in case people are new here, they don't know who you are, why don't you guys introduce yourselves and what you guys are about?
I'll let you go first, Ray.
You want me to go first? Okay, I will do the bump and set so you can have a good spike here. My name is Ray Jameson. I am a creator of one story called The Madcaps. I have the third and final issue to this mini-series coming out in 4 weeks' time. I have been ever so lucky to have a publisher take a chance on myself, cue Phil Russertt and Philbo Publishing.
Fantastic.
And I will segue accordingly.
Okay. I was going to give you a chance. All right. I'm Phil Russertt, nurse by day, father by day, distributor, publisher, writer, editor, creator by night.
Fantastic.
And Philbo Entertainment Promotions. I've also run conventions. We have some cool Kickstarter campaigns coming up. One from Guido Martinez in Argentina, one from Ray Jameson in Canada, one of my own here from Long Island, New York. We have our distribution, which is worldwide. We just had a store in Japan sign up. We're very excited. They're going to be ordering. We have stores in Australia, Canada, Mexico, Sweden, Germany, UK, and Italy. So, we came out of the gate running. And granted, we're the little guy, but we are in Bleeding Cool and Comics Beat and everything, and we're all over the place as one of the main distributors, and we're excited. I'm hoping to have a big announcement next week, so I'll let you know, Bo, if that's the case, because I'd love to make the announcement on your show.
Yeah, man, that'd be fantastic. It's what we spoke about the other day, right?
Yes, sir.
Yep. Excellent, excellent. Darker Half is kicking it off with a super sticker. Thank you so much, brother. You got no idea how much that means to us. You get one of these brand new ones.
Oh boy, you're Mickey's good boy. Now I don't have to slap your tits off. Huh?
There you go. Thank you very much for that, mate.
Sharif, you look a little different with the blonde. No. By the way, anybody watching in the chat who wants, if you watch the show, I will offer 3 free issue number 1s, the PDFs of them to anybody who would like them. Of the Madcaps, which is a Dungeons & Dragons story, Poppa, which is a Silver Age tale from me, and Knight from Guido Martinez. We will send the PDF of issue 1 of all of them. If you sign up the account, sign up to be notified. That's all we're asking, and if you watch the show.
Also, to add to that, I've reviewed both of those books. Obviously not the Madcaps, my own thing, but if you go to my Facebook page and want to get more info on that, definitely look that up.
Free books, man. That's freaking awesome. And I've read all of them as well. Not the latest Madcaps or Poppa, but I've read them all, and I've loved them all. In fact, I can't wait for Madcaps to be over so I can get the whole collected edition, because the last time I had to cancel the freaking physical one and get the digital because I couldn't afford it. I was a poor boy that week, but I do want to get the whole collected edition, my friend, and I plan on doing that.
I promise you it'll be worth it.
Oh, I'm sure it will be. Matt says, nice to meet you, Ray, and it's always good to see Phil and what he's been working on.
Matt.
You can tell he's someone who puts his heart into everything he works on, and it shows.
Thank you.
Well
I
done.
really appreciate that. Seriously, I do.
That reminds me to say good day to our paid members. We call them our four lifers. These are everybody that does contribute to AussieVerse each and every month, and we really sincerely appreciate that because it helps pay for our StreamYard and motivates us to keep going. If you want to join, it gets you into some social chats on Facebook and Instagram. Plus, it means you get to be on the show, and you also get first dibs at many things being sold along the ways. If that's something that interests you, please join now. Otherwise, the best way to support AussieVerse without spending a cent is simply just by subscribing to the channel. That is enough plugging. Let's get down to some loving, boys. Where do you want to go first?
Aruba. Oh, sorry.
Aruba? That's not bad.
I need a break. No, by the way, I do want to say this. I love being on this show. These guys are awesome. I met them through Ray, I think it was. Wasn't it you, Ray, that you
Yes.
said? Yeah. You've had me on several times. I really appreciate it. You guys have always been really good supporters of the indie community, everything you do, and the wrestling community and everything. So if you guys are new and you haven't checked out this channel, you need to subscribe and join. And I mean that. I mean, not because we've become friends, but we've become friends because of what they do here. So absolutely do it. We need more shows like this that shine on the comic book industry, whether it be mainstream or independent. So check it out.
There you go. Just in case people coming late and they're like, free comics, what? We'll remind you. All right, so we did just quickly mention Madcap. So do you want to have a look at that first?
Sure.
Yeah? Okay.
Sure.
You're the host. We'll go with your whatever order you want, my friend.
All righty.
Besides, that goofy smile on Ray is just...
That's me when I'm older without teeth. Huh?
All right. So, Madcaps, issues 1 to 3. I've read the first 2. I absolutely love it. I'm looking forward to issue number 3. Please, Ray, tell the world what it is, man.
So this is a fantasy-based story about those 4 individuals right there. That's the main cover for issue number 3. And they are meeting up in their hometown for the first time in a while. And unfortunately, they're in the wrong place at the wrong time. They end up helping guards stave off the beginnings of an undead outbreak. And through some suspicion and investigation, it is surmised that this outbreak might have had something to do with a local drug called weave. So after following some leads and running into some unforeseen turns, this whole thing culminates near the end of the night where they end up trying to hunt down a necromancer before she can deploy a curse on the very town that they met up in. Unfortunately, I can't say anything else about that story, but if you scroll down some more, you can see some more cool covers there. That one's done by Victor Medina. If you go underneath, there's the main antagonist cover. This is the Elven Necromancer, a walking contradiction, if you will. That's drawn by Harv Salterez, colored by Dan Kemp. Those are some big name veterans in the comic industry. If you scroll beneath that, you will see one done by, he goes by the name of Pogs Art online. Pogs Art is, he has over 175,000 followers on both Facebook and Instagram. That's colored by him, and everything white in that cover there is going to be glow in the dark. So that one's really going to pop. I'm really looking forward to showing that one off. And getting a physical copy in my hands. That's Chazgo, the blue-skinned elf. And underneath
by the way, real quick, the place that I get the glow-in-the-darks for you, they glow so friggin' bright, it lights up the air. I'm telling you, I have glow-in-the-darks for Tragedy. Oh, my God.
It's a light source.
Oh, and Arcane, I did them. It's so bright. These books, I'm not saying this as a marketing ploy. I couldn't believe how friggin' bright they were. When I went in pitch black, it was so cool. And that's going to look awesome.
That's one of the things that annoyed me about not getting the physical of issue 2, because you had this poster, which was this character. And I really wanted it, man, because it looks so cool.
Yeah, it was that poster was metal foil as well.
Yeah, and I freaking wanted it, man. So I hope it's available like with this campaign and I can grab it then.
Oh, we've got some surprises. This last one here that I'm showing, there's some I'm not showing yet. This is done by Fish Lee. And it's going to be, this is done in the little guy. And one thing I like to do about covers, especially the variants, I try to have it reflect something that happens in the issue. So this is a thing. It's not just like cover bait, if you will. It's an actual thing. But One thing that I will say as cover bait is this image here is going to be lava foil.
What does that mean?
You know, hollow foil. Well, it's lava foil. It's like your reddish orange, just to add.
It's not just that. It's lava foil has a lava effect, like the way it swirls.
Yes.
And to me, it's the best foil there is. And it does look great in red. It's again another thing I turned Ray on to. Lava foil is the best.
Oh,
How do you even choose?
Yeah, I know, right? I was like gun ho about the other one. Now I'm like, what? Oh, dude, that's not cool, man. That's not fair.
There are. Hold on, I need to count real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6 more covers, which seems a tad excessive, but once you see them, it'll make sense why.
No, it's not excessive.
Holy smokes.
Oh, how long until you get one of these so you can show us?
Well, we're going to finish up the Kickstarter, and then I'll be getting my hands on physical copies just like everybody else. I treat myself equal to my fans.
Because I publish the books and I print them here in America. So unfortunately, Ray doesn't see them first. I do. Nah.
That's okay. Hey, my publisher, I need approval from them, so I'm all in. Basically, the synopsis that I've said to many people, anybody listening right now, if you have friends that you don't get to see as much as you used to, even one friend or a circle, it may be to a point where maybe you see them for 5 minutes as they pass through the city and in a parking lot, if you will. If that little visit is recharging to your very essence, your inner child, this book is an homage to that caliber of camaraderie. So if you can really relate to that, that very thing is told along through the theme of fantasy or D&D, of course, but through the medium of a comic book. So if any of that strikes you in any way, I guarantee you that you'll at least like it a little bit. And that pre-launch there, I have 133 followers. I'm very grateful. I'm getting repeat customers. So I've had many people say this story is above average. So I'm very grateful for that. Even if you can't help financially, even if it's something, Bo, you were talking about before you had to downgrade to digital. It was still awesome that you contributed. But even if you couldn't do that, if you click on the follow there for this pre-launch, you will be helping me algorithmically in ways I don't even fully understand, but it will definitely help the cause. So anybody clicking on notify me on launch there, thank you very much. I appreciate that. It's 134, almost at 135. I'm beside myself with all the support, and I'm really looking forward to. I've been releasing all 3 issues every April, and it has been torture not being able to talk about this entire thing. So I'll be able to finally get this off my chest in a couple months, which is awesome.
And this is it, isn't it?
Yes.
Like 3 issues.
That was the original plan. You're not the first person to kind of hint or question why not keep going. And basically my short answer is we'll see how this Kickstarter does. If people are really liking it, I'm happy to continue, but this is one arc of a story. I want it to feel like the world exists before the story starts, and I want it to feel like the story exists the world exists after the story is done. And from the people who have read the script, they definitely feel that. And if this is as far as I go, I can walk away with my head up. I have other projects on the back burner, but if people are really liking this, I think I've got a couple of stories I could go with if we went that route.
Yeah, beauty, man. And I'll tell you as well, for people that, it can be a little hard to get into new comics for some people. With these characters, I instantly loved them all.
Thanks,
I was drawn to the big dude because that's, I like my whole kind of figures. But you end up liking them all, man, and they've all got their own individual personalities, and you really just get into it really, really quickly and easily.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Ray, with the last issue, do you leave any dangling plot threads that may point to more stuff coming out?
Well, you know what? That's a solid question. I left it, like I was saying before, I want it to feel like the world exists after the story. It isn't necessarily plot threads. I wrote this story as its own individual thing if that's how it's finished, I would hate for there to be plot threads and then walk away and never do anything. I think that would be unfair to readers. So I don't have anything juicy like that. I leave it all until the end of this book. Like this last issue, to quote my interior artist, Victor Medina, who did that very cover right there, he says he likes the script because I'm not scared to back away from the action a little bit when justified and then dive heavily into the action when it's justified. This is issue 3. We got to wrap this up. So people are going to be throwing down like Greeks holding dishes, #Opa. It's going to be a good time.
Hey, JD.
So because this is it then, are you allowed to tell us, are you going to do a collected edition of all 3 in this campaign?
Yes, I will. And
Sweet.
yeah, you were mentioning earlier you were looking forward to that. The short answer is yes. I'll leave it at that.
All right, fantastic. Now I'm even more down. Okay. When is it going live, man?
April 16th.
April 16th. Okay.
So
sweet.
that's
just
4
a little
weeks
over a
and
month.
3 days from now.
All right. Fantastic. Well, remind me when it goes live and we'll pump and promote and get it out there and try and make it bigger and better than the last 2.
Beautiful.
And if you sign up right now, we'll send you in your DM on Facebook the PDF to issue 1 for free.
You hear that? Free issue number 1 right now if you sign up. And that is not the only free comic coming at you today. We have more. Where are we going next?
Wherever you want to go. I mean,
Alrighty.
Knight is live and Poppa is also a sign up.
Alrighty, so let's go to Knight. And here we go. This is Knight from Philbo Publishing as well.
Trouble is rolling through the night. Sure who is or what he will become. The light you live, they clash inside his mind. Up to hero inside. Fear is better now. We're wandering out the warrior. Ready to stand and fight. Oh no, pouring the mind. Not just a man in our war. It's a night. Peace in pieces of his soul, an empty shade of man. Can you find our purpose, a place under the sun? The names he carries set toward the sky. A true hero inside. The mask you work, the life you save. He don't die, the legend he became. He's better now, and wandering out the warrior. Ready to stand and fight. Oh no. Just a man in our war. He's alive.
Holy crap, that really got me freaking pumped, man. What the hell? I was not
And here's the
expecting
funny
that.
thing. He actually paid a band in Argentina called Percival
Yes.
to create the song, his own song for it. And if you go to the bottom of the page, you can check out on Spotify, I think it's Spotify, Percival samples of their songs. Guido is dedicated to this man, and it shows in the book. And I'm just going to be straight up with you. He was originally publishing through someone else the first 3 issues. he left that publisher. He came to me and said, "Hey, would you take a look? Would you be interested in publishing?" He lives in Argentina. So same with Ray. Where Ray, I looked at a script only. Night, I got to see the first issues with the art and everything. And the art is top notch, solid. The action is there. The characters are there, and I found the story interesting. Guido letters the book. He writes the book and created the characters. This is taking fantasy, just like Dungeons and Dragons, like DM Ray's Madcaps, but mixing it with urban superheroes. And like basically, our hero is literally searching for the missing parts of his soul. So it's kind of a metaphor for all of us finding ourselves. But it's nothing heavy-handed over the head, you know. But what I really liked about the book is the bad guys are a good rogues gallery, and they kick the crap out of the good guys.
Yes.
We just came off a story arc where the good guys got their asses handed to them, and this is issue 7 showing you how they recover. And we all loved Empire Strikes Back because if the villain is not a threat, there's nobody to root for.
Yeah,
it's so easy. It comes too easy. I mean, we loved He-Man as kids, but as adults, you had to make Skeletor more of a threat. Otherwise, it's like, well, He-Man, it's easy, right? So I like that Guido does that. It's you know, there's the love interest with Whisper, who's next to him there. There's the action, there's the adventure, there's the hero finding himself. So he gets into all the tropes, but writes them in different ways. And the book is really solid. Unfortunately, Kickstarter is not what it was. And there's a guy who used to do thousands of dollars on his campaigns that now it's a little hard right now. So we ask you to pledge. We are happy to give you issue 1 as a PDF for free to check it out because we are so confident that you will like this book. You will pledge for the next 6 issues after that. It's fun, it's action, it's comic books the way they were supposed to be with an awesome rogues gallery. There's a female called a necromancer. She brings the dead back to life, right? And she's sick and twisted. There's a dark mage, basically, is the main bad guy. He's a sorcerer. You've got Dragon Breath, which is there with them, who was a villain, who's now a good guy. You've got, I forgot his name, but he has no bones in his arms, and his arms are kind of like elasticated, and he's interesting. And you've got these cool characters. You've got the weapon, which is this big, nasty tank of a guy with all these weapons, and you'll see some of the characters, the art. I mean, it's there, man. It's there. It's not a deep investment for you to pick up even the first issue to check it out. And if you like it, you come back for issue 8 because we are going. And Night is in stores through Philbo Distribution worldwide. So you can ask your retailer to pick it up, to order it from us and put it in your pull list.
Fantastic.
I mean, look at it. It's solid. It's a book, man. It's not some indie garbage. It's good stuff. And if it wasn't, I wouldn't put the Philbo name on it. Same with Madcaps. I have a reputation to uphold, and as much as I love comics, my publishing company needs to make money, right? So it has to be stuff that sells, and I think is sellable. That's the weapon there. And both are great books, and they offer different things.
And for those that are wondering as well, just again, in case you haven't seen previous shows, this is an omnibus that I've purchased. I think Sharif did as well, and Steve, of all of his works, and it's freaking fantastic, man. So don't worry about ordering from Phil in any sort of way, whether it be Madcaps, whether it be Night, or whether it be the next one as well, because it's going to arrive in beautiful condition, and it's something that you're definitely going to want on your shelf.
And thanks for supporting, guys. I really appreciate it. We indie people, you know, there was a stigma at one point, right? Because, you know, budgets are tight and everything. But these days, indie people are stepping up, and they're putting a professional work and working with professional artists and editors and logo designers. And it's not what it was. And we're giving you stories that are from the heart, that are passion plays, not cash grabs. We're not beholden to corporate, you know, editing and corporate demands. We're not, you know, beholden to shareholders, and we're not here for any agenda. There's no activist writing. It's just writing stories for the sake of stories and heroes' journeys and characters you can relate to, and getting that escape from the world that we always use comics for, right? It's a healthy escape from the stresses of your life and the day job and the crap that's going on. And we do know that you work hard at a job that you're probably not feeling fulfilled at to spend your money on us. So we appreciate it, and your money goes a long way with us. You know, we're not these mega corporations. We're little guys like you that just love comics, and we want to get these stories out of our heads and share them with the world. And we ask you, give it a chance, because we really don't think you won't be disappointed.
Plus, with Kickstarter as well, you know, we've seen other projects out there like the, you know, Transformers G.I. Joe box set. Currently, you got the Hellraiser one. These ones are going for like $600. So that's a huge investment. So people do have the money to go out and spend it on things that they want. So why not spend $7 on a PDF and check out the first issue?
You know, everything is branding these days. People would rather buy crap from who they know than something good from who they don't.
To reflect on that, I'm sure all of us have experienced. I'm really looking forward to this next story arc within, like, insert high brand, high status franchise here. And how many times have you, like, come across, okay, this is 6 issues long. I really did not need issue 4 to appreciate the story. Those filler issues, my story, 3-issue miniseries, it was originally supposed to be 2 issues, but I felt it was too condensed because there's too much going on. So I put it into 3, so it felt like a better balance. In a lot of cases with bigger franchises, you know what? We need this specific story to happen in this month because there's a crossover going on. So how can we extend your story another issue? And you get that kind of that drab, but you can almost always tell a filler issue. Indie, we don't have that. It's just good stuff.
And to expand on that as well, Ray, I've noticed as well that when you are picking up your monthly books, whether it be Spider-Man and all that, there is a lot of times where you've gone and spent nearly $10 on an issue every month. And it's not necessarily a filler, like you said, but there'll be so much action in it, or the issue is focused so much on action that there's actually not that much storytelling.
There's nothing happening, ironically.
Yeah. And I still, to this day, and I surprise myself at being surprised, but I find it very funny how I'll open up one of the Philbo books, and the amount that's actually in these issues, it really makes you feel like you've spent your $10 or $15 and really got your money's worth. Yeah. And that's something that you really can't say about the big 2 for every issue that you're buying these days.
Thank you.
Yes.
Well, that's the thing, is it's either a Michael Bay movie or it's an exposition book. And I think there's a good balance between the two. You know, it's kind of like Ken Watanabe said in Godzilla, let them fight. They're in spandex, let them fight. But if you're going to be invested in that fight, you have to care about the characters and you have to be invested in them. So you've got to make the characters someone relatable first. I mean, that's why we love Rocky, right? As much as you love the fight scenes, it was about Rocky. It was about the whole message that he just wanted to know that he could be standing there toe-to-toe in the bell ring. It was 2 of the best scenes ever are when Apollo's, in the second one, he's talking to his trainer and he's like, what is your problem? Why do you not want to fight this dude? And he goes, you want to know the truth? He goes, I watched you beat this man like I've never seen a man get beaten in my life. And he just kept coming. And there's not one person who sat in that friggin' theater and heard that and said, yeah, motherfucker, yeah. I mean, because we're all fighting an uphill battle at some point in our life. We all have our crosses to bear, whether it's the relationship we're in, the job we hate, financial struggles, our health. How many times do we wake up and we're like, I don't know if I want to face the day, but our strength is we do, right?
Yeah.
So you want characters that reflect that, characters that inspire, motivate, that you can say, I see a little of me in that. or I want to see a little of that in me. And that's the stuff that I love at Philbo Publishing. That's the shit that matters.
All right, let's go through these tiers.
Birthday bash.
They're expanding. Oh, why did I make what did I make this guy a mod? I don't know. All right. So the cheapest option, which is probably the most popular for international people, is the digital version. That is only $10 for Australian, $7 in the States. You're not going to beat that price. And Phil mentioned as well, free issue 1 if you sign up to Philbo today,
I mean,
right?
just for anybody who's watching the show, if they sign up on the other 2 campaigns, yes, we'll give you all 3 books, the first issue. If you're international and you only pledge on issue number 1 on this, I'll talk to Guido and see, since you pay extra in Australian dollars, maybe we could throw in the second issue with you, a PDF. We'll try to do something to make it worth your while. We know whether it's shipping or it's, just the exchange rate, it's expensive.
Yeah. So not only that, but you can get on top of the night issue number 7, you can also choose from many different comics here, as well as Night Act 1, the collected trade PDF as well. Okay. I haven't got that.
Yeah, you could get the single issues 1 through 7, or you could get the trade of the first 4 and then 5, 6, and 7, or you can get the trade and the single issues all in one bundle. And we offer a T-shirt, and then we have a bundle that has all of it.
Yeah, that's cool, man. That's cool. So how long is Night going for?
Well, the first arc is 12 issues, and then he'll see what he wants to do after that. To be honest with you, this campaign is... It's not doing as well as we wanted. Hey, Cliff! I love Cliff.
Good to see Cliff.
I think Cliff tolerates me, but I love Cliff.
Cliff is my half Canadian brother from another country.
I'm going to send him the link just in case, so we can really make it a party.
Good.
Cliff, my overseas husband. Let's see here.
Well, the last time I was on Cliff's podcast, which was almost a year ago, Bo, you were on it with us.
Yeah. And we make a good team. We make a good team.
Cliff was saying, "Don't worry, Ray, I'm not focused on you. You don't have any gay energy." It's a good time.
Let's see.
He's on another stream. He said he's on another stream right now, but he wanted to drop by with some love.
Oh, isn't that sweet? Look at you, 2-timing me. All right, fair enough. Let's keep going. All right, so yes, 12 issues you said is the first arc. Okay,
yes,
that's a good number.
But we need your support to continue and finish up, guys.
Yeah.
Just please, we don't make money off these campaigns, believe it or not. If we're lucky, maybe we break even and make our money back. The book is done. The book is done. Madcaps is done. You're not going to wait. Once the campaign's over, we collect the pledges within 2 weeks from Kickstarter, and we're off to the races.
And $43 for Australians to catch up on everything. That's pretty good, man. $43 for 7 issues, or if you're in the States, it's $30. Either way, it's a good deal.
Agreed.
And then you've got the single issues. What's this? So all single issues, okay, for $50. Man, that's tempting. That is tempting. I'm just considering it for myself. Sorry, I'm thinking out loud. Or if you do have them all and you just want issues. Hey?
Sorry, no, go ahead. You were saying, yeah.
For you. I was just saying, or if you already do have them, but you want the covers for issue 7, you can get all 3 as well. And the absolute digital catch-up. Nice, mate. This is all some pretty good prices, man. $70 catch-up physical. or 99 in Australia.
Yeah, that's the trade paperback, and then the subsequent 3 issues. And this one is the all of it, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, the 7 issues.
That
Okay.
sounds pretty good.
And then there's this is the
Absolutely.
trade and the 7 issues.
Yeah, man.
No.
That
I mean,
sounds
like
really
if you're
cool.
someone who wants to you know, you like collecting single issues, but at the same time, you know, you get the trade for the first 4. It's easy to crack them open. You don't have to touch the first 4 issues, you know.
Yeah. Or you get the shirts, man. That's cool. You know what? I want a Poppa shirt.
Really? Then I'll have to
I
make
do.
one.
Yeah, we'll talk about that next. But yes, I do. Yeah, man. All right. So look, you're not going to get this much for that price in other campaigns that I've seen anyway. You know, you want all of this and shirts and all that for $150. That's pretty good, man. That's pretty good. All right. So you've got 27 days to go. Okay, so you got still plenty of time. 15 backers at the moment, but you're right. We do need to get this moving. All right. So what are your plans for this coming through? Are you going to be on any other shows? Are you doing anything else to promote it?
It's really weird. Nobody seems to want me on their shows. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
You can't have too many good-looking men on the same stream. That's what it is, Phil.
It's true.
Well, Ray is the show whore. Like he's like a showgirl. He's
Also
on all.
true.
He goes on like 50,000 shows. And the irony is that he gave me a list of shows, and I'm like, yeah, that person hates me. That person hates me. That person hates me.
Well, let me count out what I've been on so far to promote Madcaps for this issue. This might be a little bit, and I'm not joking. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10.
Or you could have got the number quietly instead of holding up the show.
Continue. Continue.
So this,
I just like busting Ray's chops.
This is my favorite one from Phil at the moment. This is a very personal story that Phil has written about his own father with a bit of a superhero twist to it. And that's all I'm going to say because I don't want to ruin it for you. Actually, I just contradicted myself because I am going to say more. And that is when you're reading the first issue, most of the time you're reading this, you are assuming that it's one thing, which is a very heartfelt story about a grandfather, sort of relearning his place in the family. But yes, then it opens the door to something else. And I really can't wait to read more of this one, man. I really, really loved this. Please talk about it, Phil.
So, long story short, and I won't bore you with details, my father passed away 2 years ago. This was a man who was very strong. He was bench pressing 165 pounds a day, 5 weeks before he died. Unfortunately, my father had PTSD from the war, so he was very physically violent. And I dealt with a lot growing up. So we didn't have a strong relationship. We didn't have a good relationship. 3 years before he passed, he actually humbled himself in front of me. This is a man that never said, I love you, never cried. I watched him stand up to 30 kids, 30 guys on his own, ready to fight. He just, he got arrested for road rage at 75, just so you know. This is a man who had a lot of anger issues because of the war. We finally developed a relationship. I didn't realize I was writing something that was kind of, it's not the same as our relationship, but it is about a father and son dynamic. And it's really about how I didn't know my father had PTSD. I didn't know what his struggles were, what he was going through. He admitting to me he felt like he didn't belong. Once he came home from the war, he just didn't know where he fit in. And as a man, despite his shortcomings, raised me to be strong, gave us a roof on our head, food and stomach. And it's easy for us to not understand the sacrifices our parents make and just blame them for all our shit. And then you grow up and you become an adult and even maybe a parent yourself, and you realize the silent sacrifices that parents make that you never hear. And I love women. Women deserve all the praise in the world, so don't take this the wrong way. But women in this world, we will offer praise to women. Women can even ask for that praise. Men cannot. Men silently strap on their boots, put on their work clothes. They go out to work at the job that is sucking their soul away, and then they still answer the toy phone for their little kid at the end of the day. They don't ask for anything in return. They don't ask for it because they know that that's my job on this planet. I'm the father. That's my role. That's why I'm here. Protect, provide, and make my kids strong to survive this frigged up world. And this Papa and his son have an estranged relationship, and Papa's 75 now in the book, but he's close to his granddaughter. And basically, they unintentionally get stuck between the Yakuza and an Italian mafia. And
not somewhere you want to be.
And Melody, the granddaughter, is abducted by one of the mafias, and Papa has to find a way to save her and get her back. So don't get me wrong, there's the heartfelt drama and there's the family, and everybody who reads this, including Chuck Dixon, said that this book is really well written and the dialogue is real and the ending surprises the shit out of everyone. No one has seen this coming, not even Chuck Dixon. This is the guy who broke the Bat's back. Okay, he wrote Nightwing and Punisher and Tim Drake Robin and he created Bane, co-created Bane with Graham Nolan, and he really liked the book. And he said it was well written and the dialogue was real. And everyone who reads it tells me that it touches them and it's heartfelt, and they felt it. On some level, they felt it. So, and then you get to that last page and you go, oh shit, wow, this just went left field. So if you're really interested, I will give you the free PDF to Pop issue 1 now if you just hit notify me on launch. I'm not asking you to pledge on anything, not a dime. Just hit notify me on launch right there, that black button, and I will send you the free PDF. And you will not be disappointed.
I implore everybody to do that because, like I mentioned before, when I was reading Phil's work, and I've got a lot of it here in this omnibus, I was reading this and I was so touched, and you get so sucked into this grandfather's story that by the time the last page does show you what it shows you, you're like, oh yeah, this is a comic. I forgot this was a comic.
Yes.
One thing I'd like to add without any spoilers is if you were to compare it to 2 different movies, the first one is Nobody starring Bob Odenkirk.
Yeah.
And the other one is Gran Torino with Clint Eastwood.
Yeah.
And I really feel the atmosphere, the drive of, as Phil, you already pointed out, the drive of providing for one's family or protecting one's family. It really resonates with those 2 films, in my opinion.
And the funny thing is, when my father was not a comic fan, but he actually likes my stories. He read the scripts and he enjoyed them, and I would always send him the scripts. I have a funny story if I could tell in a minute about him, but he read Papa. It was supposed to be a 110-page graphic novel, one self-contained full story. And he said, any chance you could get this book in my hands before I die? And I tried, but it's $15,000 to make a 110-page book, and it didn't happen. So I'm releasing them chapter by chapter because I want to at least honor my promise to my father that they will be put in print. And then the inside front cover is actually a tribute to my dad. He's a Purple Heart recipient. He won a lot of medals. He was injured in the war. He was 2 years over there in combat, and he was the radio man. So for those of you who don't know, the radio man is the one that they try to kill first because he's the one who's going to call in air support. So when the Viet Cong and the snipers and everybody else go, they aim for the radio man first. So my father was constantly, it's amazing that he walked out of there after 2 years alive. But he got to read the script, but he never got to see the book. I'd like to think that he's up there looking at it now. Hopefully he's proud. But I think you can enjoy this story, man, woman, father, son, family. It's about family because, you know, sometimes family's the worst. You know, sometimes they know how to set you off and they disappoint the shit out of you and whatever. And then sometimes you realize everybody's got their own struggles and they're just doing the best they can. And, but again, it's a comic book. Now, the irony is I was afraid to release them chapter by chapter because the first book is mostly exposition, setting everything up. And I was like, will people be bored? Nobody's bored. So if they're not bored with issue 1, you are going to love where this goes.
Yeah.
It goes. Oh, it's so much fun from here on in. And I really want to see people's reactions to that last page because not one person sees it coming. Not one.
It really reads to me the first issue. It seems like if it had its place in one of the major publishers, you know, I really see it as like an image book because it would fit perfectly there. And it's such a remarkable story, man. And again, I've only read the first issue. So you're right. If I feel this way over just the one issue, I can't wait to get the rest.
Could I actually send you the trailer to just put the trailer?
Yeah, absolutely.
Would you mind?
Plus, no, not at all. Plus, another reason that I want to get the shirt, apart from the obvious reasons, is because we recently had a friend of ours pass away just a few weeks ago. And his handle on YouTube was Poppa Wheelie.
Oh, really?
And it's because he was bound to a wheelchair. And he would come to my wrestling streams all the time. And he was a guy that I eventually had a very strong relationship with and I really loved. And it was very, very heartbreaking. So, you know, I don't know if having the words Poppa anywhere, it kind of means two different things to me now. You know, my own father and my good mate that I just lost.
Yeah, you lost your dad not long after I lost mine.
Actually, yeah, it was a year. Very recently, in about 2-3 weeks ago, I went and visited his grave. So yeah, exactly. Where have you sent that trailer?
I sent it to your Facebook DM.
Okay, one second.
Now, my father had a raunchy sense of humor. He was like, he had no filter, whatever. So, he was cremated, and at his wake service, so to speak, after the tears and after everything, it's funny because I was eulogizing him. And I said something snarky about him, and all of a sudden, I'm not kidding, there was a thunder crack out of nowhere. It was so wild. Anyway, so we mooned his ashes. A bunch of us just mooned his ashes. It was fun. I'm a sucker for Rocky, Superman, Captain America. I mean, I'm sorry when Captain America jumps on the grenade, or when the flagpole, you know, everybody's sitting there trying, he just pulls the pin out, rooting for the little guy, rooting for the underdog. We're all struggling. And I love stuff that's real like that we can all just look at that and go, son of a bitch, man, somebody gets it. I those days you cry in silence, you know, that's the shit that's real and brings us together because we keep talking about how we're different, whether it's skin color or gender or whatever. We're all the same at the end. We just want to feel relevant, like we matter. We want to feel like this life is for something, right? And we just want to be happy and at peace, you know? And we want to have something to look forward to, something to aspire to, something that just motivates us, you know, an inspiration in life. And that's the shit that I want to write about, you know? That's what heroes are to me. They are Superman, corny or not. They are Captain America. They are Wonder Woman. They are Rocky. They are that strength that we dig deep down and we find and we pull out, because when we feel like we just want to kneel and quit, there's something that just tells you, get up, shut up and get up. And that's what we do. All of us, every fucking day in this hard life, that's what we do. And that's the shit I like to write about.
I love that. I love that speech. All right, let's go. Yep.
Meet Bruce Rogers, a 75-year-old Vietnam veteran who's spending his twilight years living with his son, daughter-in-law, and 12-year-old granddaughter, Melody. Bruce and his son have a strange relationship that has never been resolved. Melody is the light of Bruce's life, as they've formed a bond that never grew between him and his son, Craig. When a threat to Bruce's family arises, this old man must decide what he's willing to do in order to keep his family safe. What would you do? What would you sacrifice for the sake of your family?
Now, you may be wondering why the art's different, because in an attempt to get the book done quickly for my dad before he died, I had a different artist on each chapter. And unfortunately, it didn't happen. So, but each chapter has a different artist. As you can see, they're all great, though.
Yeah, man. That's really, really cool. Hang on a sec. Here we go. I'm going to quickly take it off my Facebook before an embarrassing message comes up.
The Sharif nudes.
Hey, you're gonna get Clifford upset here. Don't be saying
Yeah.
that.
Shit.
Hang on. Now my StreamYard's playing up and I can't get it onto a different view. Sharif, can you put it on the normal view? There we go. Thank you very much.
Yep.
I don't know what's going on with mine. Man, this is exciting times for Philbo Publishing. Actually, it's been exciting times for Philbo Publishing for at least the last year, hasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, indies don't get a chance in the direct market with like Diamond and Luna and all that. And I get tired of the gatekeeping and people telling us what we can and can't do. I always love Captain Kirk. I don't believe in a no-win scenario, and I don't like to lose. And I knew Diamond was going down a year and a half prior. And I started my own distribution company. And we have over 80 publishers. Zenoscope, Antarctic Press, Heavy Metal, Devil's Due, Terry Moore, Strangers in Paradise, Billy Tucci, She. We had Marat Michaels, it was Pray for the Sinner. We are worldwide. We have stores in Japan ordering, Australia, Canada, Mexico, Sweden, the UK, Italy, and Germany, and of course the United States. We got a lot of flack. They said that I wouldn't last 6 months. They called me a diamond Timu. Yeah. They said that indies are back at the catalog. And I said, bullshit. No, we're not. And here we are on our 10th catalog being launched April 1st. And we are approaching a year. And we have grown anywhere between 16 to 20% each month. And we are doing well. And indies are getting out there in the direct market when nobody else would give us a chance. Because I really, and this is a credit to my father. He may have been hard. 9 years old. I was 7 years old. I was taking 2 city buses to school. He considered me a man at 7. The beatings were hard. We can argue and debate the execution, but the result is there. I don't rely on anyone. You don't tell me I can't get in the ring. I'll get in the ring because I want to get in the ring. And if I'm not good enough and I get my ass knocked out, so be it. But at least I know I gave it my all. But life is not a spectator sport. I am not sitting there watching everybody. I am not watching everybody else do their thing. So I created this distribution company and I created this publishing company. And I love working with people like Ray from Canada and getting him into the U.S. market and Guido from Argentina and doing things that, I was never taught to be my own entrepreneur, man. I was taught just be a worker drone. My father didn't even believe in college. I didn't have options like that. I started paying rent at 17, and I don't accept that. And neither should you. And that's what I just want everybody to know. If I can get up and I can grind and I can do distribution, whatever you're going through right now, it will fucking pass. But you got to get up and you got to make it pass. you've got to do what you got to do. You got to bleed, you got to sweat, you got to cry, you got to struggle. You do whatever the hell you got to do, but you can have the life you want if you work at it, and no one can tell you otherwise. And no matter what happens, at least you know you gave it best shot, and you can live with that. Because the only thing I will not live with is regret. I watched my father live with regret and shame and feeling I'm not doing it. I can live with not succeeding, but I will not live with regret. No way. So I'm doing everything I can now. I work 21 hours a fucking day.
And I will tell you as well, Phil mentioned at the beginning that there's even bigger news coming. And it's very, very exciting. So keep your eyes on Philbo Publishing, because his eyes and his stomach is very big, not physically. I'm not calling you fat. I'm saying that you've got big goals. You've got big
I lost 75 pounds.
And you're actually doing it, man. I can't wait for you to reveal the news. Let's have a quick word from our sponsor, Comic Bookaroo, and we'll wrap things up and ask a few last questions.
Comic Bookaroo, proud sponsors of AussieVerse for all your comic book needs. Graphic novels, hardcovers, omnibuses, single issues. Don't forget to pre-order every Sunday at Comic Bookaroo.
Right, at Comic Bookaroo, Australia's #1 online comic book store. Free bag and board with every issue, build-a-box options, and back catalogue, as well as wish lists and everything else that you expect from a great website. That's where I buy all my books when it comes to non-Phil publications. Alrighty. So, guys, man, I we have a few people that come on here semi-regularly like yourselves, but you guys are definitely at the top of my list. I really, really enjoy having you guys on. You're always entertaining. You're always very, very nice to us, and I really, really appreciate it. So thank you so much for carving out some time and popping up on AussieVerse once again.
Yeah, I know I talk a lot. I get very passionate. So,
mate, Sharif and I would always prefer people that talk too much than force us to talk through the whole thing. Thank you guys for a foo. What are you saying, Matt? Are you drunk?
Fuck you.
Nephew.
Are you telling him to get?
Well, remember, you can't spell fun without FU. Remember that.
There you go. He pressed N too quickly. So that's all right. We have the Madcaps issues 1 to 3 closing out the entire thing. And I told you that I've read the first 2 and I loved it. We also have Knight, which I got to admit I haven't read, but I'm going to bloody well read it, and I'm going to figure out which tier I'm going to back. And Poppa, Poppa, mate, I can't wait for that to finish. And you know what, Phil? You ever come to Australia, you and I need to get in a ring and see who goes down first, because we have the same sort of mentality, and I'd really find that interesting.
I don't want to hit you. By the way, I've been in over 60 fights in my life. I've even been slashed straight to my skull. I had plastic surgery done. I've had a very violent life. My body is feeling it now at 53.
Good. So I know your weak spot.
Yeah. Well, I'm 53. Everything's a weak spot now. You got what, 20 years on me? You'll probably kill me. But I do want to say one last thing, if you don't mind. If you love indie and you appreciate indie, go check out www.philbodistribution.com. If you like the catalog, you like the books, tell your retailers to sign up an account if they don't have it. If for whatever reason your retailer doesn't feel they can, maybe Australia, the shipping, whatever, we do deal with freight forwarders to reduce the shipping. We will work with retailers to combine catalogs and maybe get a bulk order for them. Or just let me know, and we have retailers that are online retailers that will work with you if there are books that you're interested in through the distribution. But the fans have the power, and the retailers will order if they know you're putting it in your pull list. So please support indie, support Philbo Distribution, get us in the direct market. Tell those stores you want these books.
Excellent.
There you go.
Any of the Australians hit you up recently?
No. The guys you were talking about, the publishers, or no, nobody.
Okay. Because SK said he was going to message you. I'll see what's
Oh,
going on with that.
he messaged me asking what I was up to and stuff. I showed him Tragedy. Very nice guy. But just casual chat. Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody that I'll introduce you to is a good person. I'm not going to send weirdos like Sharif your way. Don't worry.
Yeah.
That was the ring finger. You're going to get Cliff jealous. Don't do that to Bo.
Ray, are we expecting you back still, or is this going to cancel your show?
Oh no, I'm definitely looking forward to coming on here. Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah, I'll be on. Don't you worry.
All right,
We're gonna have a good time. Phil, you're welcome to join. No pressure, but
I will. No, I do not like doing that because I talk so friggin' much. I would ruin your show. You do your thing and have a blast.
For sure, I can respect
when it's my show, I'll not shut up. But when it's your show, I have to shut up.
Gotcha. Well, that's cool.
You could just appear on the show, Phil, and just do a profile look at Ray the whole time.
Yeah, I'll be like Alfred Hitchcock Presents.
Yeah,
one of those.
I love it. Thank you for what you guys do. Thank you for your friendship. Thank you for just being you guys. I love you. I can't wait for you guys to come back on. In closing, what's AussieVerse, guys?
For life.
For
life.
I don't know the fingers.
Life. There you go.
Life. That's right. We will catch you next time. Go check out Philbo Distribution. They have amazing comics there, as well as other sign-ups like Zenoscope and a few other things that people do know about. So they are kicking goals. Thank you very much. This has been AussieVerse. Subscribe now and watch the other videos because we've got so much. All right. Thank you very much. We'll catch you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.